Good morning to you all. Yeah, I found another telephone upstairs, although the numbers are getting less and less. So how many more I can put up, I don't know, without actually duplicating and putting some earlier ones up again. But not to worry. Anyhow, today, a rather interesting one. As you can see with the plug on it, this was used in America. As far as I know, I believe I imported it from America a few years ago now. But the phone is certainly not American. Having a look at the base, you've got made in Holland. You've got part label there. First and second, 65. And the rubber feet, if you like, have virtually gone flat. There's only one that's in its original shape. And let's have a look at it back down. Take that back down. Yeah, so I'm just having a closer look. I'm pretty sure this phone was exported to America, whether by the Radio Shack people, don't know, but it was definitely never intended for America. But nevertheless, it's quite an interesting phone. Got the normal bits you'd find inside: induction coil, the 500 ohm a piece windings for the bell, and the capacitor. The cradle switch is done down here. Your terminals nicely arranged in a row, and they're numbered. So I can't see the numbers, but they are in fact numbered. The handset is very heavy, and I'm pretty sure reminiscent of the HEMAF. Now, HEMAF was also a Dutch telephone. I'm pretty sure it certainly looks very similar to a HEMAF handset. Can't take the inserts off, they're very, very tight, so rather than trying to get them off and perhaps breaking them, I've left them on. So I think it's probably a HEMAF type handset. Let me have a look. So a closer look at the dial. There's your dial. I'm presuming, obviously you've got your police there, which will be that one there. I think that's fire, and that is probably emergency. Not the typical numbers you would see for emergency, but nevertheless it's definitely on there. The number up the top there, which is very faint, is obviously the number of the subscriber. So anyone that speaks Dutch will probably know what it all is. It's got make now. I don't know what this J.G. Hartman is. More wording down there. So if anyone knows what that is, I'd be very grateful. As far as I know, and I know because it's got the name on the side there, it's obviously PTT, which is Post and Telecoms, as used in Holland. And the maker, Standard was very well known name and make through various countries. You've got Standard telephones and cables in England, Standard Lorentz in Germany, and a load of other standards which I won't go into. But there's your the actual phone. Now I'll turn this over. It's a very well made phone. A nice Baker-like case, and the case is in very good nick. There's no damage to the case. It's got a good shine on it. You even got a diagram. Let me show if I can try and get it a bit bigger. There's the diagram. Let's move that out of the way. The diagram. You've also got a date, 1954. So I can assume this phone is from 54. There's a label stuck in there. Now, have a further look. A nice, well-made dial. Not, in my opinion, one I've seen very often. It's well made, and that is dated 1959. It's sort of probably based on, I don't know what it's based on, but it's definitely it's quite a well-made dial in metal. No horrible plastic bits. The only plastic is the actual cover, which keeps the dust out. Now that's the dial. They're the off normals. No, they're not. Off normals are down there. That's the off normal. This one is the impulse, as you can see by that little contact and brake. So yeah, good dial, nicely arranged. Oh, excuse me, coughing. You've got your place there for the number. So yeah, I reckon these, let's say, were sent over to America for resale, and this is obviously in very good nick. I always say the screw goes into nice metal threads. They're not likely to ruin the screws as you screw the base on, and the screws are captive, so you're not going to lose them in a hurry. It's held on by 3 screws. That, believe it or not, is more or less all I can say about this. Obviously, recapping, it's Dutch. On the base, it's got made in Holland. I think it's very close, or rather the handsets looks very similar to the HEMAF version of a Dutch phone, and probably from the same era, I would think. Both the HEMAF and this handset is quite heavy, so it's of that age. The plug, that plug has never been to Holland. That is the early American type of plug that was used, and of course that gives the game away that this was exported to America, and that's when they had this type of plug before they introduced the little modular type plug. Don't think I've ever tried this one out, but it looks all there. It looks like that bell's been changed at some time, but I don't know. Perhaps it was like that. It's never been changed in my day, and it's always got a nice ting to it, so it's nicely adjusted. Quite a basic circuit, I would say, but as I say, it does the job. You've got a number on the side here. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. The writing that's on the coils, it's the induction coil. They show you the value of the windings in ohms. And also, in fact, they're copper wires. I think that's what that means. On this one here, you've obviously got your bell coils, and they're 500 ohms a piece, so it's 1,000 ohm between the two. Anyhow, that's more or less it. It's obviously a twisty cord. That might have been changed at some time. I don't know. I've got my doubts. It looks too set, and it's covered in quite a bit of mess as well. It could do with a blooming good clean, but it's not going to get it. And be screwed back to the base and put back in the collection. So that's the phone for today. The standard PTT phone of Holland. The names and writing on the dial. Show you again. It doesn't show the normal way of emergency numbers. Perhaps this was before they used sort of 3-digit numbers in Holland. I don't know. But it's definitely the police. I think that's the emergency, and Brant, I think, is fire. That I'm presuming is the subscriber's number. That could be the maker, J.J. Hartman. If someone knows what that is, let me know, because it's always interesting. And the dial, as I say, is just numbers only. Good working dial. And yeah, that is more or less it. So once again, thanks for any comments please make. The whole case is Bakelite. There's no metal bits to the case. The only metal base is the base. The rest of it is Bakelite, and in very good nick, as I said earlier. Oh, well, it can be polished up and that, but I tend to not do that. I like to see a little bit of patina on there. Perhaps you could say that was patina under there. In my mind, it's just dirt. But anyhow, that's from years of where it's been. Probably some of that dirt is probably from Holland and from America. And needless to say, from here, England. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Can't think of anything else. Just a nice phone. Nice weighty phone. So it's not going to skate about on the table as you dial. So yeah, it's one of our better made phones. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Thank you.